Anyway,
Oh my
the
God.
most
There
important,
we
the
go.
most
All
important
right. Sorry, I had
person.
my mic muted.
I cannot count on one hand how many streams I have started like that.
Yes.
And at least you pay attention to your chat, because usually it's about 2 hours before I realize what's going on.
Oh, two
And then
hours.
I get I'll start getting Discord messages, which I then ignore. Then I start getting text messages from my wife on my phone. Nobody can hear anything you're saying. And then by that point, when the text messages from my wife start coming in, that's when I finally fix things. So you are already far more pro streamer than I am.
Maybe then. Okay. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out how to adjust your volume. You know what? Discord is not showing up on my volume bar. Why not?
Oh, so you want me louder or quieter?
Just a little louder.
All right. Well, I've got dials. I've got dials for days. So let me know how that sounds.
Okay. Down just down back halfway and we're good.
How about that?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. Still
All
good?
right. So let me just give a quick introduction here to the game and to you. So everybody's watching. This is Fractured Veil. This is a game that's on Kickstarter right now. ! FV. And then I've got Ryan here with me. Ryan is founder of the company. Is that right?
I am one of the co-founders of Paddle Creek Games. You better believe it.
Welcome to the
All right.
Dragons.
And so now my take on Fractured Veil so far is survival and a little bit of Rust, maybe a little bit of like Ark. And what is the game here?
All right. So it's funny because I get comments from people from that play Ark saying, this reminds me a lot of Ark, but with some lipstick. And then Rust players will say, oh, this is Rust with zombies. And Conan players will say, yeah, it's Conan, but on the island of Maui. So for everybody that comes from a particular game, you're going to find something of familiarity here. We come from a pretty dedicated survival background ourselves, and what we've done is we've tried to pull all of the things that we love from a good number of games, work and improve and iterate on the things that we found frustrating and annoying, and then scale things up to leverage our background in cloud and in the areas that we come from. So it's a massively multiplayer online survival game, and that means that we're shooting for 500 concurrent players per world. Our last stress test, we hit 200 with breathing room on the server. So we're pretty confident that we can do that. And then infusing a lot deeper PvE elements into it. So starting to blend in a little bit of our old school MMO backgrounds and give a little bit more meaning, or at least give the PvE aspect of it kind of value in its own right. A lot of these games that you're going to play, there's PvE in them, but they're really only to further other areas of the game. Rust, you can go into the underground and fight the scientists, but nobody goes and really fights scientists for the fun of it. They do it because of the loot that they drop, and they feed into the PvP end of the game. So trying to infuse a little bit more of a PvE focus that is in its own right worth doing, while having a full loot, full PvP system in parts of the map. Right now, we're taking a little bit of a kind of a broad brushstroke approach, and there's just PvE zones and PvP zones, but the idea is that we want to blend them together eventually. And finally, looking at a deep base building mechanic with PvE sieges as well as PvP sieges, all in a multiverse of connected servers that players can travel between. I don't know what the TLDR is of that yet, but that's as close as I have to a very long-winded elevator pitch.
Yeah, so I did find it quite interesting about the different areas, or worlds or whatever they're called, and the different feel to each one of them. They could be unique.
Right. So what I think where that came from was our experience in kind of the mid game of Valheim, where you got established enough, and what the game for me at least became is teleporting between my bases. And you go to a biome, you do everything there is to do in that biome, then you move to the next biome, you establish a base, and then you set up teleporters between them, and you're kind of hopping between these biomes and wanting to do something similar where each flagship server has its own biome and its own unique resources and challenges, but you're always going to kind of have a home server where you're spending most of your time. So you might end up traveling out to, let's say, the version of Maui where the volcano is active and things are just lava everywhere, but you can find a lot of obsidian, and bringing that obsidian back into your home server, which might be more of like an Ice Age Maui, and being able to craft weapons or design materials for your base that are going to make you stand out from everybody else. So that's really exciting. It's also a way for us to spread players out over multiple physical servers, which helps us achieve the concurrency counts that we're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is there day and night cycles?
100%. Yep. Full day-night cycles, dynamic weather system. Right now, we're going a little bit easy on our weather system because we're still struggling to find a way to accurately detect if you're in shelter or not without destroying performance. And we were actually talking about that in our team meeting this morning. We have 3 options that we want to try, but we've been working on this for a while, and we can do it. It's just if you don't, you get shelter from the rain at the expense of about 20 frames a second. So we just let people get wet everywhere now, and eventually we'll bring that in. But yeah, so full weather, full day-night cycles, and I think our night is about 3 or 4 times faster than our day.
Right, because people don't like night as much.
No, I mean, it's definitely annoying, but I really, I've studied a lot of Rust, and what I do like about it is it kind of calms the server down a little bit. Everybody kind of gets to take a breather. Not many people are out raiding or doing anything like that in a PvP zone. And it just kind of, I don't know about you, but in my experience playing these games, particularly with friends, just those moments where we're all kind of huddled around a fire, we know we have to kind of wait out the night. And it kind of forces you, if you're playing in a team, to, have some quality time with your friends. If you're soloing, it's that time when you're going to putz around your base, you're going to kind of repair things and move your furniture around, then you go back out. But obviously we don't want it to occupy so much time that all you're doing is moving lawn chairs. We want you out there having fun as well.
So, all right, survival. And let's talk. Okay, obviously I only have my underwear. How do I get clothes?
Anything more? We're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go in the game and get some clothes. So let me hop in here with you. I'm just creating myself a nice butch female that's gonna be at your side, making sure nothing bad happens to you. And if it does, we're going down together. So we're gonna go. So typically with clothing, that's something that we're normally going to have to go out and either find in houses as we loot in the world, or we're going to farm mutants, do our PvE, and gather enough currency to go buy clothing. Clothing's not expensive. It costs like 5 rye, which is our currency, and that's probably 2 mutants killed to get a pair of pants. So we could either go out and do that, or if you're feeling a little insecure right now, I can throw you some cash and get you clothed up.
Well, not necessarily feeling insecure. Just thinking that was probably would be one of the first things that I might think about, given that there is technology here already.
Right.
If there was only sticks and mud and rocks, then be like whatever.
Well, we're in a high-tech area, so what I'm going to do is I'll just get us some money. We'll go to the clothing vendor. So this area that we're in right now is definitely a work in progress. So for everybody that doesn't know, we are playing a closed alpha of a game. So you're seeing things as they're under construction. And in this case, it's quite literally under construction as we are building this area, which is kind of like the first settlement of these clones that are going out to repopulate the world.
Oh,
so it's going to be like a lived-in shanty town. Yeah, we are clones. It's pretty funny because before we had our character customizer, we all looked identical, so it was very much like clones. So here's some cash on the ground at your feet, and you can always just hit tab if you want and see in the loot section in the bottom right hand corner if you don't want to have to like try to get that crosshair over the small objects. So
All right.
I think our clothing vendor these days lives up here. So I'm pretty sure both of these guys sell the same thing. And so when you pick a pair of pants, it'll give you a random, I know they look like whatever color they are on your screen, but they'll give you a random pair of pants. I don't know why we did that. Let's go see. Now, would it be, would you prefer it for your audience? Chat, would you prefer it if I had clothes, or do you be fine with me being in my birthday suit? Let's see. I'll get myself some clothes too. Because who can say no to these booty shorts? A pair of those, or maybe a skirt. Skirt might be nice. Tank top. Now, do you go with the runners or do you go with the pumps? That's the question in a situation like this. I'm gonna go.
I feel very much like my character lives in the basement of his parents' house, and he's very cool online, but in real life, he struggles with that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. So one of the other, I'm just going to take a quick look at your character here. Do I have a bug in my pants? Nope. Oh, yeah. So either that, yeah. I think I think you summed that up really, really well. I agree. Okay, so we got this. I'm going to put on my shoes. Maybe I want a jacket instead.
I just described the majority of Twitch. I'm sorry if I resembled that remark for most of you. All right, so we are clothed. Okay, so now we can go back to our conversation. Cool. You don't look too bad. Yeah, I mean, I can tell your mom buys your clothes, but you're okay. Grandma.
Oh yeah, grandma buys your clothes. Yeah, and those are the shorts.
Mom just wants me out of the house.
Yeah, she stopped buying clothes in an attempt to give you a signal to get out of the house.
Right. Yeah. So, all right. So,
yeah, what is your short? Your chat likes your shorts. What do they say? They say, shred until you're dead. Like it. Cool. Definitely what you got for your 14th birthday party.
Yeah, they don't fit so well anymore. Sorry, they're a little tight. Yeah.
That's okay. Well, we'll go do some physical. We'll go do some PT. Get you all svelte, and then move on.
All right.
So yeah, so hopping into the basic survival loot. I don't know, what is it? So it's morning. It's sunrise. So our world is going to get brighter. I don't have to worry about changing. We got a little light rain going on, but that's fine. And we are coming out of the safe zone. So blending MMOs and survival, we're making things a little more forgiving, particularly for new players, than what you're going to find in a game like Rust, where there's just a guy with a stick waiting for you at the beach to kill you for the first 5 spawns. And that's where, you have a chance to catch your breath, get some vendors, get some gear. There's going to be quest givers in there. For now, we just have kind of the default new player quest, which is going to guide us towards building a base and getting our weapons. So we can probably go ahead and do that. But whenever you want to kind of fast forward through these things, just let me know, and I can always spawn in the resources. But you can hit 0, and that's going to bring up our trusty frying pan.
Oh, I thought that was an O. I kept hitting O, and it wasn't working. All right.
You're not the first person to do that. We should probably draw a line through it or something.
No, actually, I hit 0, and all I get is sparklies everywhere.
Oh, you're
glowing.
Hitting 0 on your. You're hitting 0 on your numpad, I'm assuming.
Am I supposed to hit it? Okay. Oh, hey, there's another 0.
There's too many zeros, too many O's.
All right.
So much like in Rust, where you start with a rock. So a couple of things. So when we've gone through and we think about the survival games that we love, there's a couple things that annoy me. Oh, there you go. First thing everyone's always going to do. So we're in a PvE zone, so you can hit me to your heart's content, and it's not going to hurt. So looking at how we start a game like Ark, kind of what annoys me about that is that you're a grown man punching rocks and trees. That just seems kind of silly. But I tell you what annoys me even more is a game like Conan, where you have this team of dedicated and incredibly talented level designers crafting and engineering this gorgeous world. And the first 15 minutes of every player's life is staring at their feet, picking up rocks and sticks off the ground. So I didn't want to do that. I want to make sure when people enter into this world for the first time, they can look up, they can look around, and they're not looking at the ground. So what we wanted to do is kind of follow in Rust's footsteps, give you an object that you can use. So you're not punching trees, but make it so that it's an object you can never lose. It's always going to be in your inventory. It can't take damage, and it's kind of like your trusty fallback in case something bad happens to your axe or whatever else.
My frying pan.
Your trusty.
Oh, it's got little sparks on it. Sparks on it, or spikes. Gee whiz.
It's okay, English.
Talking today is hard.
That's okay. It's every day. It's a Friday. You're forgiven. But yeah, so there are shark teeth that are kind of welded and attached. Depending on what your FOV is, you can probably see more or less of it. And you can also switch from first person to third person with the B by hitting B. In case you prefer to play in that mode.
Yeah, I'm a third person type of person.
Gotcha. I just realized. So here, coming back to amateur streamer day, I've been streaming this whole time in my Be Right Back screen, and nobody in chat bothered to tell me. So thanks, chat. So I'm just gonna let me pop out your chat so I can have your chat next to my chat, and I can stay on top of these guys. Okay. So I think we're going for wood and stone. So we've just done this, and I don't know if you noticed, but as you were chopping away at this tree, there's little flowers that pop up, and they might not be in your face right away, but if you kind of circle around the tree, and those are the weak spots on the tree where you're going to be able to get extra bonuses for.
Wait, where at? I am leaving marks on it.
Yeah. So if you just do a round trip around the tree, and tell me if you see like an orchid flower.
Oh yeah. So that's the weak spot.
Right. So it's going to move every time you hit it, but every time you hit it, it gives you like a 50% bonus. So I just hold down the left mouse button, and sometimes I hit it, sometimes I don't. I don't only aim for it because that just takes forever.
Crowfall does this. They call it a stress point.
Yeah, we just call it a weak point, and it's so our producer, game designer, he came from he was a producer designer on Fortnite, so kind of brought it over from that. Rust does it with the spray painted X on trees and whatnot. So it kind of gives you something to do while you're chopping down trees. The most important thing is that it gets you moving around the tree, and that just makes it way harder for some nasty person or mutant to be sneaking up on you.
What happens if the tree falls on you?
It depends if there's anyone around to see it. So nothing right now. I don't want it to kill anybody, but I do like the idea that it pushes you and sends you flying off into the world. But if a tree falls on you and there's no one around to see it, does it really hurt?
Right.
So we're gonna go out and find some stone, and why don't I make a party here?
Okay.
And we can get on a party so we can find each other.
By the way, everybody who's watching, let's see, !FV, and I'll get you a link to the Kickstarter for this. It's a game that actually works before it went on Kickstarter. So
Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, well, I know they kind of require it now, but to what point? This is probably more than what they require.
Right.
So,
Yeah, and it's more than most. I mean, nobody actually requires it, but I think the community of people that are going to back it have been so jaded or are so jaded because they've been overpromised and underdelivered, or overpromised and never delivered,
mm-hmm.
that they definitely demand it.
I
And so
plan
do
on
we.
playing Star Senior Citizen in 10 years.
Oh God, that's in the hospice space station.
Huh? Yeah. Well, it's right next to, when you go to the game store, it's right next to Duke Nukem Forever. It's Star
Oh,
Citizen
right.
Forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally forever. Well,
Yeah.
come on. They've in all fairness to them, they've only raised $400 million at this point. I mean, there's only so much you can do with a budget that small.
Right. Yeah.
So
All right. We'll stick to this game. We'll
we'll
not pick
for
we'll
now.
not pick on the other ones that deserve it.
That definitely deserve it. So we're looking for stones. I think I see some stone
Oh,
over here,
okay.
and I'll let you. So we're just looking for rocks around the world like this guy. Any rock, and so left click is what you use to chop down wood. It's what uses your shark teeth, and then right click is what you use the flat end of the pan, and that's more of a blunt force. And the same thing with these rocks. There's going to be flowers on them as well, and it gives you just a nice little tune to listen to, as close as we can get to somewhere over the rainbow without litigation.
Yeah, so tell me what's your what's your the I can't tell you how many times in indie games I've gotten copyright claims.
Really?
Because of the music. Because the music, they buy licensed music instead of original music, and yeah. Hopefully, we don't have that issue
Yeah.
here.
Yep. No, we take a strict no music stance in our game. No, we just we have a composer that's putting something together. We really do want to work with, on the composer side. We want to work as much as we can with local composers on the island of Maui, or at least Hawaii in general, to create something really special and authentic. Until we find that person, we do have somebody here. I think he's actually Canadian,
How do
that has put
you?
together a piece.
I've never heard Hawaiian horror before.
I think that's probably because it's never been done. Well, I mean, I'm
Right.
sure it has
Like
to have been done.
it's kind of like
but
Sorrow Rock. It could be quite amazing.
I really like that, and I'd love to throw that gauntlet out to a composer to see what they come up with. So,
Yeah.
have you got your 100 stone yet?
Oh, I don't know. How
So
do
on
I
the
check my inventory? Oh, here it is. Yes, I've got 100 stone.
okay, so on the
Exactly
right hand
100.
side of the oh, wow, okay, so you can start. I have to find some stone myself. We're kind of in, the closer we are to the starting area, the more the resources get mined out. So I'm going to try to find some stone for myself. But on the right hand side of the screen, you should have kind of an instruction on
Yes.
what the game wants you to do.
Hmm.
Oh, I found some stone. So you probably want to craft a hatchet. Is that what they want us to do?
Yeah.
Or a stone hand axe?
Yeah.
Getting the
So
sulfur stone.
crafting, quick craft, construction tool, stone hand axe. Okay. Oh, it's making it. I clicked on it.
Done. So you got those icons at the top of the quick craft, and those are filters. Oh, I think I've ticked off a mutant here. Can I get this stone before she comes to me? Come on, 95, 97. Oh, I'm running. Okay, I'm coming back to you because you have an axe at least. That's more than I
do.
have.
Well, I don't know how to equip it.
Okay, so it probably is already in your quick bar. So what you can do is you can just hold down 1 and it'll show you your quick bar. Or you can use the mouse wheel if you want, and just hit even with the number 1 held, it probably is in your 1 slot
it.
if you don't have a coconut there.
Yeah.
And I think she gave up on me. But what we can do first of all is if you hit tab in your inventory screen, if you want to go to the party tab and accept my invite.
Party. Accept. All right.
Now I can find you. Okay, there we are. And you can hold down control and mouse wheel to zoom in and out of the mini map. That kind of gets you a little bit more accuracy. All right, so you have a. Okay, I can make a quick hand axe as well. Cool. What does it want us to get next? Let's see. So
stone pickaxe. Oh, stone pickaxe next.
Let's see. Do we have? I have enough to make one of those. You have enough to make one of those?
Give me a second here. I'm doing double duty.
Yeah, you do it. So I'll help you. You figure that out. I'll go over chat here. So this in time key and in a plant. I hope this game has windmills. It does have windmills.
Oh my god, I can't play.
Oh, because it has windmills?
That's my resident troll. Don't pay attention to him.
Cool. Marky loves them. Do they make a lot of noise? Yes, they do. They kill a lot of birds. They make a lot of noise. And they sit up on the hills, but we can't see them from here, so we're safe. But if you want, in your honor, we can just drop a coal-fired plant somewhere in the middle of the island. Although we did come from a nuclear, the plant that we spawned in is a Thorcon, so it's a thorium nuclear reactor. So that's probably where most of the energy is coming from. But giant spinning wind turbines look so cool in video games, so I just couldn't resist sticking them on the hills. So what does it want us to have now? Craft 50 twine. So I'm going to make some twine. Oh, I've got enough for 50. I have a great song for you too. Just have to get permission from Soda Maker for it.
Oh. Anchor. Oh. No. Tanker, he's doubling down on being a troll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. There's one song in Soda, which is Shroud of the Avatar, that it just grates on me. Some people like it, but you know.
I like that you've attracted a large enough and a devoted enough community that you've got these people that know it, that have enough backstory going way back that they have just like a library of things that they can pull up that they know are going to get to you. So you should have enough. I think you should have enough for the 50 twine.
Oh yeah, I already made it.
Oh, now we can make a bow. This is going to be important because there are things that want to eat our face off.
Okay, craft homemade bow. All right. What?
Shall we up the ante with some pie? You're going to have to explain that one. I think pie by
as long as there is 3.14 pieces for everybody, the pie will be okay.
Yeah. That is good. I like it.
Yeah.
We should do a meta check. So we are planning on actually having pie in the game because one of my friends is a guy named Shadowfrax, and his whole thing is about pie. So we've created pie recipes in the game for him, but I like the idea of each pie recipe requiring 3.14 of everything.
Yeah, 3.14 of something.
Right.
Yeah.
A double joke.
Right. Yes.
And we make windmills. Wow, they are really going at you, aren't they?
Right. So, yeah, that same game, I have a cat named Iolo.
Oh,
and
nice.
In real life. Okay. And which you may recognize as Friend of the Avatar from Ultima.
Yeah, yeah. What was that? Was that Ultima? It wasn't 7, was it? Was that one of the earlier ones?
In multiple of them. And,
yeah. Because were you able to turn into that cat at one point?
I think. Well, no. I mean, it was a character in the game. He was a musician. Right. And but anyway, they ended up making Iolo's cat gut stew after my cat.
No. Oh. Oh, that's so
So
sad.
there is an item in the game. It gives you some sort of buff, but it's Iolo's cat gut stew.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, I feel bad about that now. That was so you're getting trolled by Richard Garriott in real life.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So.
Yeah, I thought I remember like either being exploring a castle as that cat, or maybe as a mouse running away from that cat.
Hmm.
Anyways, that was like an elbow mistake. So I've got crafted. Did you get yourself a bow?
Oh yes, I did. I have not equipped it yet. Let's see here. There it is.
If you hit tab at the bottom of your screen is your quick bar slot. So if you ever want to rearrange things, you can do it there. All right, so we're ready to go and take on the world. You look pretty deadly with that thing.
I missed. All right. Okay.
So then we just got to make sure we have a solid amount of arrows, and then off we go. So now, you know, it wants us to make a backpack, which is a very useful thing. That's going to allow us to carry a lot more stuff. But at this point, you know, whatever you want to do, I'm good to go.
All right. I see zombies or something.
Yeah, there's definitely mutants down there.
Oh, I don't know how to aim. Yeah.
Oh, so this is the as the very first ranged weapon in the game. We try to balance with making it good and fun, but also making it suck, because well, it's the first ranged weapon in the game. There's a lot of running and sprinting and kiting these guys. We do not want to go toe to toe with them. Oh, terrible shot. Nicely done. Well, I'll make your life easier and keep my friends over here busy. And we're leashing them back. Oh, God. So they've reached the edge of their AI aggro range. So they're, and we've got another friend coming up behind us. She's trying to get the jump on us. Let's see if I can take her down. So yeah, so what, with a game like this, much like Soda, I mean, do you call it Soda or do you just call it Shard of the Avatar?
Soda. Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, you've got a couple seconds here. Let me see if I can take these guys off you. Does your stream, does your chat get excited and fun when you die? Is that a key point for them?
Well, it all depends. Depends on if it was a stream sniper or not. Because those never happen.
No, never, ever. Oh, I think I am. Oh, we should probably make some bandages. I might need you to revive me as I'm slowly bleeding out here.
Yeah, I'm dying too.
Well, hopefully
I'm
you
dead.
can. Oh no. Oh God. We should probably have made bandages before we took those guys on. I don't think I've ever died this fast in a stream before. This is a new record, so I'm going to respawn.
So one of the things in chat says, from what I understand, you pay $20 a Kickstarter and you get a copy of this game.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Yeah, so with the Kickstarter, as with Kickstarters, they've got all sorts of tiers. And $29, I mean, you don't get a copy of the game immediately because we have to wait for the Kickstarter to finish. So we can get our money
to the Dragons.
All of this stuff. But yeah, so $29 right now, that'll get you into the early access and the full launch. And then there is a $40 package, which will get you 2 keys into early access and into the full launch. And then when you go up from there, I can't remember what the first tier is. That'll get you access into the alpha beta. It might, I know there's a $125 tier that gets you 3 keys, and that gets you into the alpha beta as well as the early access, as well as the full game. But there might be a cheaper tier that'll get you into the alpha. The idea, I mean, we want to let as many people in as quickly as we can. Being an MMO, we are responsible for all of the backend infrastructure. This isn't a game like Rust where players will be spawning or spinning up their own servers. So it's something that, as much as we want 10 or 20,000 people to hit the game right away, we have to really pace ourselves, or else the servers are just going to melt and nobody gets to play. So that's why we're
Right.
staggering that approach like that.
Is this buy and play, or with you guys hosting the servers, is there going to be a monthly fee?
So no monthly fee for now. It will be just buy and play, and then looking at in-game transactions for things like voice packs, emotes, skins, stuff like that. All right, I'm gonna go
Right.
guard our bodies.
Yeah, I'm running
So
back out there.
No,
Oh
no
yeah,
private servers.
another dragon
No,
boarding
so
the train.
no private servers
All
for now. That's
aboard!
kind of where the
Choo
MMO side
choo.
has its drawbacks. But we are looking at down the road. Part of our plans would be figuring out a way that players can lease servers from us. So the servers have to be sitting in our data center, because every world server like this is a collection of servers. So there's an auth server, there's a centralized database server that allows players to move from server to server seamlessly. There's a proxy firewall where players send their data, and then that data gets routed to all of the other servers. So it's a little bit more of an involved infrastructure than your typical survival game, which is why, unfortunately, you can't just spin up a server and connect and have fun. It's a little bit more involved than that. So I've got bandages now. So I am going to just make sure. So if you use that, so are you lost inside or outside?
I'm outside. Are you the green
All right, so
arrow?
on your,
Yeah.
I am. Yep. And on your
Right.
compass at the top, you should see skull and crossbones and another green circle.
Right.
I am guarding our bodies. I feel like I failed you as a wingman. I'm letting you down. Wow. Added 4,400 gold to 114 viewers. How does that work with your bot? What is the gold all about?
Oh, it's metagame. So we have one of the guys subscribed for 74 months. And so
Wow.
that equaled 4,440 gold to everybody.
Oh, wow. Now what do we
And
do with that gold?
then they'll go do dungeon raids and probably get eaten and lose all of their gold.
So is there like a, did you ever, I imagine, I would assume you were into BBSs back in the day?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I even ran one.
Oh yeah? What software did you use?
Wildcat, and our main game was Trade Wars.
Oh yeah, I was a World War IV WW4 guy, but Legend of the Red Dragon. When you were saying like dungeon raids, I was
Lord.
wondering, do you have? Is it like a door game in your Twitch chat?
Kind
How do we
of.
go and do dungeons? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have all kinds of commands in there for, well, just a ton of stuff.
Oh, I
So,
love it. Like,
yeah,
so
yeah.
that's
There's a whole storyline. Like, even if you want to make a sandwich, you just type ! Sandwich,
Okay.
and it'll lead you through the story of making a sandwich.
Oh my god, I have to go get bread. Did I do bread? Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. So one of the things that we love about making this game is we, all of us, all come from the BBS scene ourselves, and I don't know, there's something, obviously this is very different than a door game, but as I log in, like last night, for example, I was streaming, and just sometimes I'll just hop on Twitch and I'll stream myself replying to YouTube comments, which is always something to do with alcohol on hand. And then afterwards, I'll just hop in the game, and there's, like 12 people just in the game, crafting, building houses, and I don't know, I just get like this flood of good feels from when I used to run a BBS, and you'd log in and you'd see people doing things. And back then it was a lot more magical because this was such new technology. But what we talk about internally here is like, how do we make this game, a little bit more like a BBS in some ways?
Well, we call it metagame.
Right.
Yeah, it's the game within the show while you're watching a game.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, and
Oh, yeah.
it's all meaningless, by the way. It doesn't equal nothing. It equals,
Wow.
you know, you have your gold and stuff, but you can't really do anything with it. I
Well, I
mean,
mean, you're buying an experience, I suppose, right?
huh?
With the
Yeah,
gold.
yeah. I mean, you can buy dancers.
Ooh.
Yeah, exclamation point
Wow.
dancers.
So did you custom code all of this stuff? I imagine like you wrote all of this stuff, or do you have somebody
I
helping with that?
wrote all of the dialogue and everything.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Oh, so you just have like you have a mud going on in your Twitch chat, dude. That is incredible. I'm so geeked out with this right now. We we're going to talk about everything except for the game we're playing, and I love
Oh,
it.
your
I knew this was
pants.
going to happen.
You know, it's really, your pants are way too short. You've ripped the butt out.
Well, did you see what that mutant was doing to me? He was
He
going
was
at me with a
clawing at you.
cleaver.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
what did you expect?
So
Oh
yeah,
wow.
you know, all this metagame stuff. That's actually a lot of little stuff that I've always kind of, you know, worked on to add to just make useless things that are interesting. So
Yeah, I mean, as long as people use it and as long as people are having fun, then I think it's awesome.
yeah. All right. So now let's see here.
What I want to do. So what
I
we
got-
have around us is a sea of bodies, and there is a mechanic in the game. If you see this lady in red here, she's one of our cannibals, and cannibals are attracted to dead bodies. And so what we want to do is we either want to do what you're doing, or we just want to light them on fire. Because if we don't, then we'll start attracting all of the cannibals in the area. I'm gonna light our own bodies on fire too.
Yeah. What happens if I run through the fire?
Nothing. I don't think so. I think it's only campfires that actually hurt you. I don't know why the fires from burning bodies.
Oh, it looks like I'm in a cartoon when I'm on fire. That's a really interesting effect. Like all of a sudden I'm animated.
Yeah. That's probably the post-processing effect for the, you know, the heat waves. It's probably just getting latched onto your body for some reason.
Yeah. Well, because this body is hot.
It is. Well, I mean, look at me. Just look at that ass. Of course, that's a hot bod. Even these shorts can't contain it. So now those bodies are just going to burn, and what that does is that it means that they're no longer going to attract cannibals. But if we left them like that, then we would, you know, if we're playing around in an area or doing something, we would come back and there would be 2 or 3 cannibals feasting on each body, and the longer they feast,
like, oh my god, what's happening to my show? My frame rate has died. Let's see here. Oh,
I think you.
interesting. Let's see here.
Yeah, that's weird. I haven't noticed any drop on my side.
Yeah. Well, my RTX 2080 Super is maxed out.
Interessante.
And that's not the one that I use for transcoding the stream. I have a separate GPU in here for that, but sometimes when one goes to max, it bleeds over.
Oh, really?
Software,
Oh,
yeah. Let's see here. Settings. Graphics. Everything's on Epic. Let me just put it to high.
Give that a go. Yeah, I've noticed the same thing, that OBS, even though you can tell it to use GPU 1, sometimes it does bleed over like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still waiting on a replacement PCIe power cable for my power supply so I can set up my second GPU. Right now I'm running the game and OBS on one GPU, and that's not fun, but it does the trick.
Right. I mean, it's running. The game's running fine for me, but there we go. That's a little bit better on the stream. Okay. Normally, I run with multiple machines, so that it wouldn't
Right.
matter. But my monster machine is down at the moment.
Uh-huh. Gotcha.
Okay. So let's talk. Okay, so we've seen just a little bit of the game, and I do want to see more, but I want to ask some questions about the game. Like, when do you think it's going to launch, or when do you expect to launch?
So I guess that can mean a bunch of different things, but we plan and hope to be in early access by the end of next year, and we'll be doling out keys to our community through the Kickstarter over the course of the next 5 or 6 months. What we can actually do while we're talking, if you want, we can just building a base is kind of something that we can do while we're talking.
I'm going all the way down to low on the graphics. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, the game looks fine to me where I'm playing, but it's not looking okay on the show.
Huh. Does that ever happen if your internet connection kind of gets a little bit clunky?
I would see the clunk in the bit rate.
All right.
And I don't have clunk there.
Yeah, I'm looking at your screen. I'm looking at the stream right now, and that is very odd.
I'm gonna restart the game.
All right, yeah, I'll be here. Oh, we can just chat. There you go. You went to sleep. No,
just to see if that helps. Yeah, my camera's skipping as well, which tells me that it's the machine freaking out for some reason.
What did we do? Oh yeah, well, I think that looks a lot the stream looks a lot smoother now. Could it be a thermal throttling issue?
That hot.
I was having that problem myself because I had a 3070, and then underneath of it I had a 1070 for the OBS, and I had to replace the 1070 with one of those like single fan mini ITX cards because it was blocking so much of the air going into the 3070 that after about 45 minutes of playing, the 3070 just got up to 98 degrees and just started thermal throttling.
Oh, a memory leak. Oh yeah, see, that's all good now. Here, let me turn it back up to epic. I wonder. Yeah, it could be. I mean, this game is not released yet. It's here. Let's turn down the resolution too. Just turn it to 1080p, and then we can go to epic.
Yeah, I would definitely put it over. Who knows? I don't. I mean, you can just look at your memory consumption. Memory leaks are for 45 minutes. They're definitely not as common. There's a couple things that people that play games go to. Memory leaks, netcode optimization. There's terms that get bandied around, but memory leaks really aren't the problem that people think they are. It's not that they don't happen.
It's running smooth now, so. Or is it? I think it is. I think it's running smooth now. All right, I'll just restart the game again if we need to.
Yeah, sure. So I'm just dumping some stuff in this chest. Base building is a great activity to do while we're just relaxing and talking. So I'll let you. There's wood in there. There's a construction tool in there. I'll let you kind of experiment with the base building system with obviously my help, and you can just ask all of the questions that you have.
I'm hovering stuff, but what does the base building tool look like?
So it's the one with the silver handle.
Okay. And then to equip it, do I just click on it? Right click on it?
You can just drag. See how you have that circular menu? That's going to so put it in your stick slot. You can drag it to another slot if you want. and then you just hold down right click to bring up the building menu, and that's going to let you select your pieces, and then you just snap them around and start building. So you want to put down foundation pieces first.
All right.
That's what goes on the ground. And you're going to have to make sure you grab a bunch of wood from inside of that chest too, because you only have 18 wood in your inventory.
Okay.
And one of the things that you can do, the same how if you want to pick something off the ground, if we have, let's say, multiple chests, which I'm going to put just a couple other chests down. And instead of, like in most of these games, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go and press F or E to open the chest, look inside of it, grab the stuff, go to the next one, open it up. If you're in proximity of any of the chests, you can just hit tab, and in the bottom right-hand corner in the loot section, you'll see the icons. Some of them might be white, some of them might be yellow. And you can just click on them to make them yellow. That's going to turn them on. And then you can see the contents of all. If you just scroll down with the scroll wheel, you can see the contents of all of the chests in the area instead of having to open and close, open and close, open and close. So yeah, so questions. I heard that you have questions. And I have answers.
Yeah, I'm just, let's see here. So if somebody gets in on the Kickstarter today, when is it conceivable that they could be playing? Like, what's the early, is there a Kickstarter level that'll get them into the game today?
So no, so we have to wait until the Kickstarter ends. Because
All right.
we don't, like, Kickstarter doesn't pay us until the thing is successful.
Right.
So what the soonest they're going to get into the game is probably going to be within a week or two of the Kickstarter ending. We're going to have to just, Kickstarter ends, and then there's a time that you have to wait before they make sure that you're not some Colombian cartel and they pay us the money. And then we go through and we just have to organize everybody and start doling out keys then. So what we're doing is we're organizing it in waves. So it's going to depend on how many people fund the Kickstarter. But like I said, if let's say we have 2,000 people that back the Kickstarter, our servers can't handle 2,000 people hitting them at the exact same time. So what we want to do is we kind of want to stagger that release. So we have waves, and the size of those waves and the period of time between those waves is going to depend on how many people back the Kickstarter. But there's going to be, probably a significant amount of people that will get keys within a week or two, and then the next wave will probably be within a month, and the third wave probably within 2 to 4 months, and then hopefully everybody has a key to everybody that backed on the appropriate tier has a key for the alpha within 6 months, I would say.
Okay.
That's what my hope is, but we'll see how it goes on the networking side of things, because part of what we need to do is, and part of what this Kickstarter is helping to fund is just some of what we call like the live ops, or what do they call that? Something X? DevX? No. Anyways, just part of our team builds the game, and then another part of our team builds the thing that lets us manage the game. So the thing that lets us spin up and spin down servers as they're needed, that lets players move around between servers seamlessly. So some of that stuff still needs to be done to allow a larger number of players to play together on multiple servers, plus spinning up servers in different geographic regions. So probably spinning up a European server. We have a US Central server. We have a US East server, which also handles our South American people, and then probably a European server.
The building type that we're doing right here is kind of a common beginner, thatch or whatnot. How far do you envision building going? I mean, are we going to go all the way out to making skyscrapers or metal?
Yeah, so right now our building limit is, people have been saying 23 stories. But
Wow.
I thought it was more than that, but yeah. So we can. As far as testers are concerned, we've gone at least to 23 stories, and we can go from, as you can see, we got wood. Let me just set the time of day so it's a bit brighter outside.
What happens if you throw a torch on the floor?
Nothing.
Oh, damn.
So that's one of those things where we're balancing. It would be cool if I could do that to my base, but I would really hate it if somebody else did that to my base. So it's kind of balancing those two things.
Yes. Well, just put a fireplace on a thatched floor. And,
Totally, no problem there. So right now we've got thatch is kind of like our scaffolding material, and then you put up a piece. It has low health, so you can see it has 15 out of 150 health on the thatch pieces that you constructed, and essentially when you're happy with the layout and whatnot, you can then go hit it again with the construction hammer, and that'll repair it up to its full health, and you spend a little bit more wood to do that. And then when you're ready and you have enough wood, you can start upgrading it to wood. Or if you have stone, you can start upgrading it to stone. Or if you have metal, you can start upgrading it to metal.
Right. So with the, right, so there's PvP in the PvP areas, and base building, I would assume, in those areas. Do you have to defend your base? Can someone break in?
So in the where we are right now, no. You probably will, if your base gets large enough in the PvE areas, you will have to look at defending it against mutant sieges. So I don't know if you played much 7 Days to Die.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
So you know how
Fun
it works
pimps,
with,
man.
Yeah. So same with us, and that's where we wanted to bring a little bit of that into this. So you know how the heat system works in that game?
A little bit. It's been a few years since I've played, but I do have a love for the game.
Cool. So the bigger your base is, and the more kind of valuable resources it's made out of, such as anything but thatch,
The bigger
more
the
heat.
magnet inside.
Right. And then the more that yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, it's a mutant magnet. And so the same would go for things like campfires, if you're cooking a lot of meat, if you've got smelters going, if you have things that are making a lot of noise, all of that generates quote unquote heat. It's not physical heat, it's just heat. And so the higher the heat, the more mutants you're going to start attracting, and the greater the chance, because every 6 hours we're going to roll a dice, or every hour, I don't know what the timer is. Every hour we're going to roll a dice, and we're just going to say who gets sieged now, and then all of these things basically just bump up your chances of getting sieged by a mutant. And there's a max amount of sieges that you can have, so it's something where if you've been sieged today, you're probably not going to get sieged for at least a few more days. But we also, so what I'll do is I'll put down our totem. We also have it, so this is the thing that lets you claim the land. So now you can see that we have a hologram around us, and that's because you don't have permission. So I'm just going to give you permissions to build, and the hologram will go from red to blue. And so this has, you can upgrade this. There's 6 levels that this thing has. And as you start upgrading it, you have the ability to call a siege yourself. So this came from our...
to get it over with so that you can go to sleep that night and not come back to a destroyed house?
Okay. So sieges will never happen when you're offline. So you can't get sieged offline, because that would suck. That would be terrible.
Well, I was just wondering. It would certainly clean up the server. If you hadn't been on for 7 days that a siege happens, maybe a light one at first.
We need some way to send you text messages or whatnot to alert you. That's maybe. I'm kind of glad you're not a game designer. You sound like the kind of person that would like to troll. It's a temptation of just.
I'm not a troll, but I do like playing games, and I do like risk, and I do like engagement, and I do like clean servers. When there's too many houses out here, we're going to have a problem. And it's going to cost CPU time and everything, and they need to be cleaned up.
Yeah.
What better way than zombies?
If we can do that without ticking off players too much. So what we want to do is we want to make it so that you kind of know, and we do that through decay. So you're going to know if you hit F just to open up the inventory in this thing, you can see how much upkeep it's going to take to keep it from decaying.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're doing right now is we are ramping that way up. So one of the things that was brought to our attention was in Ark. At the beginning of Ark, what people would do is they would just run around the map. They would drop a foundation down, claim some land, and then move on and claim another piece of land until the whole map was taken up. So it's really motivated us to jack up the levels of decay if a person has placed just a totem and some foundation pieces, so that in order to kind of bring those decay levels down to normal levels, you have to upgrade the totem. You've got to put a lot of work and effort into upgrading things in the base, and at that point, then
you got to have investment in it.
Right. So it's cleaning up the server from people that are AFK or that had no intention of actually hanging around. That's what we want.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, otherwise it'll be littered everywhere.
Oh yeah, you're 100% right. Yep.
Yeah.
Particularly when you look at the concurrent counts that we're aiming for. I mean, it's bad enough if you have 40 people on a server, but if you have 500 concurrent people, which equates to about 5,000 monthly users on a server, yeah, they're going to run out of space. I mean, we remember the days of Ultima Online. I mean, you couldn't get a spot of land anywhere.
Right. Well, that's where I made a hell of a lot of money. I sold houses.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Yeah, I sold my fair share as well.
Yeah. I was a virtual real estate broker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm dehydrated. Where do I get water?
Right. So let's go take our bows, and we can get. The good thing is we can go get water and we can get revenge at the same time. So let's go do that.
Wait, water and revenge? Oh, I gotta get rid of this hammer that I got. You gotta.
Oh, you also have you can eat a coconut. Coconuts are a great source of water as well.
I don't know what this round thing is in my inventory.
So those are. You'll be happy to know that we are putting tooltips in on the left-hand side, so you'll be able to know what that is. But that's the in-game currency.
Oh,
so that's what you use to buy your clothing.
Mamula.
Yeah, moolah, hard earned.
Mm.
So you can also eat those coconuts in your inventory.
I have coconuts in my inventory? Oh, those are coconuts? I thought those were stones. Okay.
So no, that's stone. So sorry, not in your inventory. In the number 5 slot of your quick bar, you can just hit 5 and then left click. So right click is going to drop whatever you've right clicked.
Yeah, I dropped it.
So now your coconuts are on the ground. So if you just move forward a little bit and hit tab, you can pick them back up.
There they are.
So that's also being changed as well. We're putting a context menu in. I think it's in by now already, where you can right click and go eat. So you just, and that should give you a good amount of water, and it should also give you some food.
Oh, I just ate the other one too. Alrighty then. He was hungry.
You got 2 coconut shells. That's good. The question is, how did the coconut shells get here?
Why am I building campfires?
Probably because you had a campfire in your number 1 slot.
Oh. Well, all these things.
All these things. And we probably want to get you some more arrows, don't we? I like that. There's a sound of arrows flying by your head that's so satisfying.
So what happens if you shoot me in the face? Oh.
You have an arrow. You have an arrow in your face.
Do I still? Oh my god. And it pokes through the other side. It's like a piercing.
Yeah. It definitely is. It looks very good on you.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
It's a great style.
So we're in a PvE zone, so we just can't hurt each other. So we could fill each other with as many arrows as we want.
All right.
For everyone in chat that is asking, we are playing Fractured Veil, a game that is in Kickstarter. Game we've been working on for the past 5 years and are hoping to get into early access by the end of next year. Kickstarting right now. And the Kickstarter, like we've been working for years on building out the core systems, all of the back-end infrastructure, everything like that. And then the Kickstarter is really to start funding the custom content that we want to fill this world with. And I'll get some more wood so that we don't run out of arrows. Get a little shaky if you hold that bow down for too long.
Yeah, I see that. Oh. Where'd he go?
Oh. Let's see. So can't you throw a lit one for like, yeah, but your neighbors can. So NPCs cannot raid you. This is ask someone in my chat. So NPCs can't raid you in the sense that they're not going to steal any of your stuff. But if you're online and your base is large enough, then you will get raided in the sense that they're going to siege you. Oh man, you're really wanting that deer. I think that's what they call tunnel vision. Oh yeah. Let's see if I can.
These guys are hungry too.
Yeah, I think you taste pretty good in their eyes. Did you run out of arrows?
Yeah.
Saw that one coming. I saw your inventory. I'm like, 10 arrows? That's not going to be enough. Let's see if I can... You're bobbing and weaving. I love it. Fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. If your partner can actually hit this guy.
Yeah, except he's the one stinging me.
Yeah, you might want to bandage.
Oh, I don't have any bandages. Oh. Well, now it's up to you to protect me. Oh!
I gotcha. I gotcha.
Oh.
Revenge is at hand. Okay, I think I have bandages I can put on the ground as well. Yeah. So I'm putting bandages on the ground here. You just hit tab. I think you're...
Oh, I died again.
Oh, good.
Didn't.
We should probably... I'm going to make a note of that. So there's a lot of balance that we have yet to do, but I'm going to make sure when you do get revived, you don't bleed out within 5 seconds. So there's bandages on the ground if you just want to move them into your inventory, and then or move them into a quick slot. Or
I died again.
I see that.
Oh, when I die, my frame rate goes to hell.
Yeah, there's something. Maybe that's what happened the first time. That's really interesting.
All right, let's get me healed up, and then I'll exit out and come back in again. Let's see here. I can't seem to get.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you are not having a good time here. So just when you spawn in, just hit tab, and then go into the loot section in the bottom right hand corner and move one of those bandages into your inventory.
Okay.
And then just hit 1, and then bandage yourself.
How do I do it? Do I right click on it? Oh, there we go. Okay. So let me exit out of the game now and come back in.
Let's see. I wonder. I might want to see if I can get your. I'm going to have to get your logs to figure out what is going on with that. Let's see. I'm not going to mention the engine.
Well, we'll see if when I die again, if it happens again, and then third time we'll know for sure that that's what's going on. Right now, it's not verified
I wonder what
yet.
it is. Yeah, it takes 3 times because I have a 2060 Super at home, and I haven't experienced this on my side. So that's the other fun thing is that sometimes different GPUs and different manufacturers have different results. Dies his frame rate. It's down to super low, and it stays there.
Yeah, except it overloads my system. It's overloading something on the system. It's not just... the game, to me, looks fine still. But it's doing something
Oh.
on...
Oh, that's interesting. So you're saying like your frame rate locally is fine, but when you die, the stream gets choppy.
Yep.
That doesn't. Now I'm confused. I don't understand how that works. Because why would you dying affect your stream?
Hey, I don't make the bugs. I just find them.
I appreciate that.
Is this guy throwing rocks at us?
He's throwing fermented heads, actually. So you want to stay away from those poison gas clouds. I'll try to tank him while you maybe bandage yourself again.
Well, how do I tell my health? Where's my health meter?
So you see we're working on making this even more visible, but you see to the left of your reticle, there's those red lines.
Oh yeah, okay.
So normally they're supposed to get really bright and flashy when they're that low, but there's a little bug right now. The idea is when they're at full, they kind of just go away, so they're not taking up space. But when they're low like that, they... So obviously what we probably need is to get you a medical kit. Let's get you... I'm going to craft some of those for you. There are some med kits on the ground that you can equip and use. You can use those just like you use a bandage.
Okay.
And that might come in handy later.
I guess I don't know how to use them. Or am I full health?
No, you should be able to use them. What slot are they in?
5?
Okay, so hit 5. Oh, and just do the same thing. Hold down the left mouse button.
Oh. Yeah, some reason I was having trouble with that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, so you see how we haven't burned these bodies, and you see this? We've got a couple cannibals coming to eat. So we kind of just give them their space. They'll just go down and start munching away. And the longer they feast, the more buff they become. So they'll move faster, they'll hit harder, they'll have more health points.
Better make some more arrows.
Let's see, I have 22. That's not a lot. All right, I'm going to throw some arrows.
I'm making some.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got wood in there. That's good.
Yeah. I raided the chest.
That's really interesting about that frame rate issue only on stream when you die.
Yeah, because the game still looks fine on here, but I can just tell that on the stream for some reason it's no longer fine.
Oh, we have picked these ladies off. Nice shot.
Oh, I hit them? Right. Oh, okay.
So this field is going to get full cannibals. Probably want to go on. I'm going to get some water in me. Okay, I got any coconuts? Yeah, a couple. All right. Let's see what.
So I noticed that I'm on Epic, and I noticed that there's a cinematic mode.
Oh, that's taking life into your own hands right there.
Yeah, okay.
So cinematic is what we use to capture our screenshots, and on a 3080, 3090, the game runs fine. But it's one of those things where it turns up the visual quality by like 10% and turns down your frame rate by 100%.
Yeah, okay.
There's just certain advanced lighting and shadow features that are just so expensive, but they just make nice screenshots. Oh yeah, you're actually pretty good when it comes to food. don't know if you can harvest the meat with a pickaxe. I think all you're doing is smushing her. You need like a bladed weapon, like a hatchet or a... And I actually don't even... Yeah, you need a hatchet or a bladed weapon to get meat off of these ones.
Oh, raw
It's
meat.
Probably not the best cut of meat in the entire world.
Well, this guy has money on him.
Oh yeah, so you'd hold F to loot that. So that's what we use to buy our clothing, buy weapons, all of that stuff. So this raw meat is what we put into that campfire that you built by the house.
There's a lot of dead bodies around here.
It might be faster just to light the fire. Well, I think what might be good is if I let's give you a better weapon here. Life a little easier for us.
Smells like barbecue.
It smells like barbecue. Although, I don't want to go to one of your barbecues. This is what barbecues look like in your world. Bunch of burning bodies everywhere.
Oh, shotgun? What?
There's some ammo. What do I want? I'll grab a pistol myself.
I guess it just went into my inventory. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Then how do I load the gun?
Just equip it, hit R.
Yeah.
And we're ready. We're ready to go take on the world.
My guy's shirt's a little frumpy.
It's true. He's got a little growth on his back by the looks of it.
Like back boob.
Exactly. Hey, some people dig that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hey, no judgment. This is a judgment-free zone.
Whatever you like,
back
Ryan.
cleave is your thing. Totally. Hey, I can't stop staring at your screen. That back cleavage is something to behold.
I need a V-neck shirt for that.
Or a reverse V-neck shirt, more like it. Oh, there's a...
Well, he decided he wanted to come after me when I shot him.
Oh.
What the heck is that? Oh, he ugly.
Oh yeah, he definitely ugly. So those are I think we call them veil hounds. So they do something cool. So when I shot at him and missed, you kind of heard him howl. And so what they do is they howl for help. And so if there's any other of those dogs within 500 yards, they'll form a pack at that point, and then from that point onwards, they'll hunt as a pack, assuming you just don't kill them all.
Hmm. Is this
So it's
someone
kind of a
else's
cool
house?
thing. Nope, this is one of the procedurally spawned houses in the world.
Looks like we're in Louisiana.
Yeah, it does. On the bayou.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see if there's anything in here for us
Just need to get
grab.
Daryl to get out and check his gator traps and see if we can have dinner.
Mm-hmm. Hey Daryl, got any gators? Oh man, it was the first time. Oh, we got some loot over here. Now we got a couple canteens. We'll find a water source and fill those up. Yeah, going to New Orleans for the first time and seeing a ton of gator options on the menu. That's interesting. I bet you guys
Alligator's
probably
not
do
that
that
great.
Oh no,
Nah.
I've never tried it.
It has to be it has to be fresh and it has to be cooked right. So if you're
how do you
at a nice restaurant, then great. But you don't want to buy some at the store and try and take it home and cook it.
What is alligator cooked right? What does
Well,
that
alligator
taste
cooked right doesn't taste like rubber.
like? But cooked wrong. It
And
does.
cooked any other way than right, it's chewy and a white piece of rubber.
With kind of the same flavor as rubber as well.
It's actually quite flavorless.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, doesn't have very good flavor. They usually use a lot of sauces on it and stuff.
Right. Yeah,
It's kind of like tofu, except tofu is tofu's even worse.
right. That's saying something when it's worse than badly cooked alligator. So we're gonna find there's a water source up here I see on my map. So we're gonna head to it. We'll fill up these canteens.
Okay.
That was handy. And then we'll head into one of our dungeons.
My guy is coughing.
I think you're hearing. Oh yeah, we're both dehydrated. That's it. We are close to a little creek here. So in terms of the questions, somebody had other ideas. Well, I don't have to worry about it with you around, that's for sure. So in terms of asking, how do you build houses? So Black Talon, you probably came recently. We were building a house on our own, a nice little bungalow up the hill here. And yeah, so you just have to build a construction tool and get enough wood, and then you can lay down a foundation. The building system works very much like what you'd expect in a game like Rust or Ark, although I think it's a little bit nicer, in my opinion.
So, does my canteen then fill with water?
Yep. So you see how it has 5 in it. You just drink. So when you're thirsty again, you can hold F to just drink straight from the creek, which you did. And then you can just tap F, and that fills all of the canteens in your inventory every time you hit F. And so you've got water in your canteen, you got water in your belly. We're good to go. And then when we run low again, you just have that canteen in one of your quick slots. You hit the number, and off you go.
Right.
Oh, and there's. Man, I just don't have to do anything anymore. This is great. Got to bandage myself up every now and then, as I am the cannon fodder of the group. Some more houses up here. Oh god, there's more than expected. So we probably want to prioritize hitting us in the face with a cleaver, probably, and then the throwers after that. So our trophy collectors, yeah, they've got a pocket full of heads. They like to throw them. God, and they've got poison, so if we can find syringes in the loot boxes, that's also useful. Done. And there's a water barrel here too. So I hear myself coughing, so I'm poisoned. Oh, God. Oh, that hurt.
I don't know how to bandage. I'm selecting one. Let's see here, 5. There we go. God, it just wasn't working. Or I just not doing it right. There we go. Whoa, why did the screen go all funky? Like a shockwave going out.
Yep, that's what this lady's all about.
Oh, damn, that hurts.
good thing you have something that hurts even more. So that's one of our screamers. So what she's doing is she's calling in reinforcements from all around the map and disorienting you. And should have lured her into there. So now we've kind of cleared the area out. We can see if there's any bounty to be had. I don't know if we're actually spawning loot in our shacks right now. We should, but I don't think we are. No, I don't think there's anything spawning in these buildings. Should be loot boxes. So what we want to do is have it so loot concentration is high in those areas, in and around these houses, and then obviously mutant concentration as well. So Black Talon is asking if people can enter your house, and yeah, if your house has an open window, players can crawl through and loot your stuff, but hopefully you put bars on your windows or glass on your windows, or put your windows on the second floor. But we have PvE and PvP zones. So in the top middle of the screen, you can see it says PvE, which means that players can't damage your structure. They can't take it over. They can't do anything like that. And if you board up your windows, they can't get in. So they can't open doors or whatnot.
This boat's function is illogical.
It's kind of a reverse boat. Oh God. Yeah, good thing I have you around. Good thing you have so many bullets. Need some bullets.
Will we be able to drive cars in this game?
Yes. Yes, they're not ready for prime time just yet, but we do have golf carts that can be driven around. But yes, they are a little bit away. They're a little ways away from ready for prime time. So I am going to.
I hit the pinata and got some sham.
Yeah, I might need you to revive me. Oh God, why am I always the one to die? Type to save my life. Thank you, sir. And maybe I'll make myself some med kits. Cool. Got some med kits. Gonna get rid of these. Next time, I will not die as easily. Got my canteen. All right. Now let me. Do I have a torch? I have a torch.
Good thing you have a torch.
I know. One of us comes prepared. It's almost like I've been here before. So throughout the map, we're putting landmarks and places of interest. And then around those, hopefully when we're done, most all of them will contain a dungeon like this one. So see if you can find the entrance. Give you a hint, it's on the left side of your screen.
Sorry. What? Oh, let's see here. What am I supposed to do with that? Interact. Oh, teleporting.
So our dungeons are a little bugged right now. They will be fixed tonight when I patch, but it's going to take probably about 30 seconds to a minute before the AI spawn in, because apparently we are the first people to enter this dungeon today, and the AI only spawns in after the first people enter it. But like I said, that's going to get patched tonight. So we can kind of go wander down, and pretty soon there will be... Oh god, they're already here. No god, this was a bad idea. I'm just gonna do this, run and let you save me.
It's on fire!
Oh god, died again. As per usual, dying all the time. So let me... So when you run this dungeon with 3 people, it's a little easier. Because one person can just hold the torch, or one person can have a flare gun, which is what I'm going to do.
No, I'm getting frame rate again. Maybe it's the fire.
So it's definitely, but locally you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like your other GPU is being taxed.
Maybe. You know,
I have
as
no
they
idea.
try
I have
and
no
make
idea.
shit smarter.
Yeah, I have no idea how that's possible.
The hell? Wow. A flare. Huh.
So now I don't have to hold this torch and I can actually help us.
So I think I might have to restart here the game. It's a safe spot to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, next time that happens, I'll switch from game capture to monitor capture and see if it
Yeah, and
changes it.
I'll get some of your I'll give you a command to run next time, and then I'll be able to grab some log files from you that'll
Yeah.
hopefully shed some light on what's going on. You saw that? Yeah, so Karos, that's a great suggestion. Somebody has actually made that suggestion. We have freestanding tiki torches. They just don't quite do enough. And we can't light them right now. But I love that idea about lighting these tiki torches as part of like the dungeon exploration experience. To create a nice like pool of light, and then you kind of have to bring the enemies back into fight them, and then you light the torches as you move forward. But for now, it's going to be the flare gun all the way. And I will not light bodies on fire to save your screen performance.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
Oh, I got some company. So one of the things about this dungeon, oh, there's another friend coming, is that it is a PvP zone. So there is a chance I might accidentally hit you. And if I do, I apologize in
Oh.
advance.
Friendly fire.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Karos, I really like that idea. I don't think anybody has suggested it yet. So if you head over, we have a Discord server. Oh, I hear a pad. I think there's one area on the map where large creatures will get stuck in walls. There might be one of those boars stuck in one of the walls around here. But yeah, so we have a Discord server, and it's discord.gg/fracturedvale, and we have a suggestion chat, and we love to give people credit for their ideas. All right, how's your performance?
Oh, it went shitty again. Okay, let me switch to the desktop here. No, it's still crappy capturing the desktop or capturing the game. All right.
So let's see. So I see your webcam video. It actually looks okay.
That goes choppy too.
Yeah, your stream looked pretty decent. I don't think I got too much choppiness there. But yeah, so what I'll do is next time that happens, if it happens, there's a command I'll get you to run, and it just gives us a nice debug of what's happening on your machine.
Yeah. I also have like Aftermath on here and stuff too.
Oh, what does Aftermath do?
Oh, it's Nvidia's diagnostics for what's happening with video time and everything. Part of the problem too might be that I have 5 monitors on this machine.
Well, I've got 4 on mine, but I'm not running dual GPUs. So that's the thing about PC development is there's an infinite number of edge cases that can happen.
Yep. Oh, let's see. I died. Spawn in Thorcan.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back and teleport to you then. So maybe we'll stick above ground here. And that works out well. Well, just a little taste of the dungeon. This is yeah, it's unfortunate about this performance thing that we're discovering here. It's going to make playing and dying a little bit more difficult. So we might want to cut it short. But I've got got an above ground kind of boss fight that we can go check out, and then take more questions from the community for sure. I'm just coming in next to you.
Yeah. It died pretty good. I get a little bit of a performance hit in this building.
Yeah, this building. Let's see how it is. See how it is when you go outside. Yeah, because I'm running OBS encoding and the game on the same GPU, and I'm sitting at a solid 40, 50 frames per second. So there's something up that I would love to get to the bottom of what it is about that particular hardware configuration and the game that just don't play well together. How is it outside?
Yeah, is there a FPS monitor?
Yeah, you can hit tilde and then type stat, so STAT space FPS. And so you're sitting at 37?
I am?
36?
Oh, there you see it. Okay.
Yeah, so that's way, way lower than it should be. Way lower. So what I'll have you do is if you can do the same thing, hit tilde, and then type stat space start file, all one word. So stat is a separate word, but then start file is all one word. We're seeing 30, 32 frames per second, dropping down to 28, so I play this on Epic on a 2060 super at home and pull 45, 50 frames per second. And so once you've run that one command, so stat space start file, you can just do the same thing again, hit tilde, and then type stat space stop file. And I'll give you instructions on what you can send me over the Discord or somewhere else. Because this will give us a full breakdown of what's using in terms of CPU, GPU, what's using what resources, and then I can properly figure out if is it just out of memory, is it what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So you did both of those commands?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So whenever we're done, there will be a file I'll shoot for a grab. I'm set. And I wonder if the performance is going to be better in the day for you. I mean, no, it's still pretty bad. Oof. Yeah, this is a shame. Yeah, like I was saying, in terms of PC development, I'll give you a bunch of weapons and stuff here. In terms of PC development, this is the fun, is that there's like an infinite amount of hardware combinations that you can have. And each variation has the potential to introduce stuff the game does not like, or the engine doesn't like.
Yeah. Yeah, I tend to, when I have a 2-machine solution, I only run one video card, and I keep the game machine very, very slim, very few things running on it and stuff.
Right.
So.
But you're going through a little fun with your beast of a machine.
Oh, yeah, I just got to get around to it.
Right. Let's see, I'll give you some of these. Give you one. So, scrap item. Did I get one of those? There we go. I'll drop one of these on the ground for you. And
an Uzi?
Why not? What is a game without a good Uzi? Okay, and there's some first aid kits. There you go. So Caro, there's a suggestion discussion channel, and you can use the -suggest command. So for everybody else, discord.gg/fracturedveil is our Discord server, where if you do have ideas kind of about what you've always wanted to see in a survival game, we have a bot in there that takes suggestions. There you go. And and that way, when we implement these things, we can always make sure to call you out and give you thanks and have your name attached to that feature from now on in. So no sniper rifles. I am not a fan, honestly, of sniper rifles in survival games. I think roof campers are one of the most annoying things about these games, but mainly in large open world games, giving somebody the ability to kind of boom headshot somebody from a kilometer away, I mean, it's great for that one person. It's terrible for everybody else on the map that's in his crosshairs. We do have semi-automatic long-range rifles, and you can put magnifiers on them, but no crazy powerful sniper rifles that are going to take out people in one or two shots. I want people to get a little bit closer to each other if they want to fight, or else the potential for one person to ruin. Yeah, that's totally fine. There's plenty of games where you can go and snipe people from a distance, but not this one.
It's a deal breaker for you? Oh man, harsh.
Yeah, that's it. Hey,
you just gotta get better with your rifle from the hip. You need some no scope shit.
Uzi. 360 no scope. Ah! Yeah, you can. That's the thing, right? You can please some of the people some of the time, but not all of the people all of the time. I'm just gonna get my stamina back here. There we go. Oh yeah, Alt F. I forgot that we had a shortcut for bringing the frame rate up, but good lord. And you're running what's your GPU?
It's a 2080 Super.
Oh my god. So can you do me a favor and hit. Well, I'll look at that file later. Yeah, so I'm running. Yeah, like I said, a 2060 Super.
Yeah, and it's
There is
running
something.
at 99, 100%. 59
Yeah,
Celsius.
that's really. So usually, what it is with something like this is it's not necessarily the GPU. There's a bottleneck in terms of the motherboard, or in terms of some of the channels that
The bus.
happens. At least, yeah, that happens with me sometimes too. So we're gonna make our way towards that comm tower off in the distance. Oof.
Actually, it
Lord.
seems even worse. Oh, gosh. Yeah, the whole thing is going bad.
Yeah.
Let me try
it
restarting
really
it
is.
again. Because it's bad on the show, too.
Yeah, it totally is. And then I'll find you. I'll send you the path where this file lives. And I don't know. I'm just curious to see what is chugging along. Because this is a first that death causes this.
Well, death didn't... I mean, I restarted after we died.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No. And we didn't have any fire.
Nope, there's no fire. Then you restarted. But you restarted and then died.
It did?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, that's why I had that other death screen. I didn't realize that I died while I was loading in. Okay.
I must have just done a terrible job protecting your body. So Karos 57, if you join the Discord server, then what you're looking for is the assigned roles channel to make sure that you've given yourself a role, and that should do you. And we're using Unreal 4, 4.22, and yeah. So I mean, memory leaks are a thing, as mentioned before, but this is definitely not a memory leak. Or else it would just be getting worse gradually over time instead of instantly getting bad the moment that you die.
All right. There we go. Now I have normal FPS. It's because I died, so I'm at 60. It's capping at 60 now.
Right. So it's just, I'm really interested to see what that file is, because I don't. If it was like a post-processing effect from when you died, then it would go away when you respawn. But the fact that it's stuck around, very, very strange.
Yeah, it feels a lot better now.
Oh yeah, so you discovered this before, but we were just looking at more interesting ways to have players find loot in the world. And so instead of everything being in a barrel, we can put it in corpses. Got some bandages in that one.
Bulletproof glass. Oh, you can open it up.
Only the best.
Oh, and you can close me in.
Sometimes it's fun to hide from mutants in there. Corpse Pinata. That's pretty awesome that Tanker said that, because that is the exact name of those things. They are literally called Corpse Pinatas. And I was so happy. We should be patching this either tonight. There's a syringe on that one, which is handy. I'll pick that up. So when you're poisoned, 2 syringes. So we're patching that tonight just to add more blood, more gore. So it'll be like a waterfall of blood. And one should always shoot red barrels.
Oh, shoot red barrels?
It's always fun. Nice shot with an Uzi. That was impressive.
I'm not really that good. I just play a good sniper on Twitch.
You're a sniper streamer. Stream sniper. Oh wow. We've attracted a lot of attention. Oh, it looks like even a deer got caught in the crossfire.
Oh no, that's what I was shooting at first.
Okay, never mind. That's why
Yeah.
all of the mutants aggroed onto us. All right, that makes sense.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh.
Big bada boom. That's one way of harvesting. This is like the Arnold Schwarzenegger and Predator way of chopping down trees. Game needs a mini Doberman to nip at the toes. Why not? My chat is blaming OBS. Although, again, I have no idea why dying would cause OBS to care. It really just seems weird. Oh, God. Oh, wow. Where do these guys come from? Hi, mutants really like you. You must smell good. Yep. Oh, must have been some other players around here because we didn't kill all of these guys. So we're in a PvP zone now. So we're gonna kind of want to. You can see this car trunk is open. So somebody's been here in the last 10 minutes because those bodies they despawn. So we might want to just keep an eye out for other players. Well, yep. There's a lot of people. How are we on? Actually, how are you on? You're okay on water. You might
I'm
wanna
coughing.
go and... That's me coughing. You're just listening to me. Do I have anything? Maybe a banana. Let me see if... Let me see. Oh, I've got our canteens from before. Okay. That's handy. That helps. So if you ever need water, let me know. I've got a canteen with your name on it. All right, I am. See who's online right now. Vlad. Vlad is online. I think Vlad is from the Spartan Legion clan. I know Vlad is a PvPer. So he is probably going to try to kill us. So we should probably aim to kill him first.
Well, I'm fully armored up, so I should have quite good survivability.
I completely agree. Yeah, though that underwear looks very protective.
It's the Under Armour brand.
You're fully under armored.
Yes, I am way under armored.
So the fire rate on the Uzi seems a little slow. That thing chews through bullets. So the faster it shoots, the more we have to track on the server. So it's kind of finding a nice balance. Oh, you would go for the bunny, wouldn't you? Oh, you did. Spray and pray. So for everybody that doesn't know, we are playing Fractured Veil, and Fractured Veil is set on the island of Maui. And what we've done is we took about 42 gigabytes of height map data from the U.S. Geological Survey and recreated the island of Maui down to probably like a meter or less accuracy. And then we took the satellite images for all of the roads and recreated all of the road systems with a spline-based road tool that we created. Yeah, so those are the two things right now that are pretty much 100% accurate. And then we started taking creative liberties with the foliage, because we're on the Lahaina side of Maui, and this part of the island is very arid, very dry, and frankly very boring. It's just a lot of burnt grass everywhere, and so we wanted to spruce that up a little bit. And part of what the Kickstarter is funding is creating more of the custom content to fill this world with primarily weapons, mutants, but then also trying to recreate the locations within the world. So the town of Lahaina, some of the major kind of points of interest that actually exist in the world, and then of course layering it on top points of interest like the one that we're working towards, which are kind of more of the sci-fi future, the stuff that stuff that got installed after today that we just don't know about yet.
You don't happen to have any extra ammo on you, do you?
I might. I know a guy.
Right. Great. Thanks.
No worries.
Chewing it like bubble gum.
Yeah. That's okay. I mean, it's that gun definitely goes through a lot.
What is this big structure up here?
So that's our comm tower. So that's where we're heading. There's a nice open world, a nice special mutant waiting for us at the bottom. So we'll have a good fight on our hands, and then we can take a ride up the elevator and check out the island from up top, where I catch my breath, 'cause apparently I'm winded. Tanker says it's a wind turbine just for you.
I don't mind wind turbines. I don't like them rotating.
So more of as art installations than anything. That's what you prefer them to be. Yeah, we should probably focus. Oh, ho, ho. That was a nice shot. We just took our head clean off. Now we've got this guy, the thrower. Oh, now they're all focused on me for some reason. Oh, not that guy. He likes you. We have a dismemberment system, which you probably saw. So whatever body part takes the killing blow, that's what gets blown off. All right. Still a little bit wary of where this other player is getting engaged in a boss fight while there's... Oh god, he's coming for you. Oh wow, they are coming from all over the place. Oh god, these guys are fast. Well, I'll distract them. Here's hoping I don't die. Because they really like... Oh, there's cannibals below them. Oh, they're fast too. So these cannibals have definitely been feasting. Oh, because they are moving twice as fast as a regular cannibal. So that other player probably came and of course I'm out of bullets.
Oops, that was you. I probably shouldn't shoot you.
That's okay, I don't think it is. So I'm going to run away and get myself some more bullets. I am all out. Alright, we're doing okay. Clearing them out. How are you on health and ammo? 125.
I'm healing back up. We'll check ammo here in a second.
And let me just grab a swig off of this, and I'll give you my canteen, because you're gonna run out of water.
Yeah, I'm dehydrated.
There you go. Eat this banana. This tiny little banana. So if you're eating I don't know if you've eaten it yet, but if you're... So right-clicking on anything just drops it straight to the ground.
Keep doing that. Again, I'm trying to use it. Let's see. Yeah. Did you take the canteen then?
Nope, it's just...
I dropped it.
just you gotta walk forward a little bit for it to enter in range, and then it'll show up. There you go. Yeah, so that should be fixed tonight, I think, or not fixed, but we just didn't have a context menu until recently. So that's going in tonight, from what I understand. Get rid of all of this other stuff in my inventory. Maybe what I can do. Yeah, never mind. I was gonna make us a little fort to fight out of, but who needs a fort? Let's see.
Why do I hear music?
So behind you.
Oh.
Have you seen this? So we've got, actually we could have added this drone to the multi-stream. So if you go to twitch.tv/FracturedVale, you'll see the live feed from this drone. So it just flies around the world and tries to find people doing interesting things. And apparently we are those people right now. And it just streams to Twitch 24/7. So if you wanna go check out the drone feed, then you can add that to the multi-view of twitch.tv/FracturedVale. All right, so this guy still pissed off, I think. Yep, definitely still pissed off. So he's summoning guys. We've got a limited amount of time before his reinforcements are going to show up. Maybe we'll try to hit him as much as we can. And he throws, although that's still bug, I see. Every time he does that scream, he's going to summon another wave of reinforcements. Oh, you've got a handful over there. See if I can... Oh, no. I was going to say see if I can distract them, but... Yeah, let's see if I can pull some of them off you. All right, a fair number. Oh wow! I'll try it. Oh, there you go. I think it's good to focus on that guy when you can get a couple shots off before he summons another wave. Oh, he tried to sprint at me. So he's got a sprint dash kind of attack too, where he'll charge you with his walking cane. Oh god. Torso's bleeding. This is where that 360 no scoping would come in handy. Oh god. I'll try to take down as many as I can. Oh god. Oh. Just cheat my way to success here. Grenade would be handy. He's back in the fray again. Got a bleeding torso. My head is bleeding. Oh, I really should bandage. I'm bleeding out way faster than I can stay alive. Oh, this is not good. That's it. I think this is a god mode situation. Alright. Not gonna... Oh man, we really really got to take this guy out. He just keeps on summoning. You're playing this far more strategically and smart than I am. Oh, did you lose your gun?
Oh, I guess so.
All right, let's go get you restocked. And I'll get you something a little bit stronger. All right, I'll catch our breath here for a second.
They're still coming.
Oh, okay. Got two friends here. All right, that lady in the yellow shirt really doesn't like you. Stuck. All right. Let's try one of these. I'll throw one of those on the ground. That's satisfied. That's satisfied of a scar on your hands. Indeed. Your Under Armour is getting your chat pretty riled up over there.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is good.
Oh, my FPS dropped again. Yeah.
Ah, so I wonder what's causing that now. So it's not, he didn't die.
Let me restart real quick. Just step out of the way here. See if it improves.
So your GPU is, you checked the temperature last time, still at 58. That's really weird.
It's at 54 right now.
Yeah.
It should be
I'm
just fine.
trying to think. Yeah, because the same thing happened to me a couple of weeks ago, and I definitely tracked it down to the temperature, but that's not your problem, I guess. It's going to be interesting to see what that file shows us. Something is getting bottlenecked.
I did find it interesting on how you could select how much body hair your character has.
It's the important things.
I made him woolly.
Yeah, that's why you're able to tank so many shots.
I deflect them off those iron chest hairs.
Especially if you've greased yourself up a little bit. Because did you see we have a shiny scale as well? So they just slip right off of you.
Right. Let's see. Alt F.
Back in.
Yeah, and I have my FPS back. Well, it's 40 something.
So it's dying and just, I don't know what would have caused it to drop there. Because it wasn't like it was getting progressively worse, right? It just all of a sudden. Okay, let's see if we can take this guy out before he can summon too many of his crew. There you go. Nope, never mind. I spoke too soon. Yeah, I'll see if I can distract the mutants. I'll pull them, and you can focus on the boss. Because that gun should hopefully take him out. We've done some good damage to him. Oh, he's back to summoning. Let's see. Yep, let's see any. Alright, you're being. Alright, I think I'm pulling most of the mutants here. Yes, So we do have a grenade in game. It's our coconut grenade, but we just have not crafted any yet. Gunpowder metal and 2 coconut shells.
Oh, he's
I
dead.
think we might have killed him. All right, then you can help me with this rabble. Well, now he's dead. Just double tap to make sure. I'm getting shit from my chat saying some of us can solo this guy. Logos, I think I saw where you soloed him. Got him stuck on something. All I have is my flare gun. Oh no! I hope I'm not destroying your frame rate. That was probably a bad
still
call.
okay.
Doing God's work. Oh wow, these guys were coming for a meal. Looks like we got their attention.
Welcome to the Dragon.
Oh, I'm out of ammo.
Wow, we chew through that pretty fast. Let me let's see. Do I have my bow? I do. I'm gonna drop some ammo on the ground here and hope I not die. And I have a bow in my inventory, I think.
Oh, my frame rate's dropping again.
That is just...
It's coming up again. I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe we just got too much stuff going on.
Perfect. Let's, how about now? Did that help?
Yeah, maybe.
My savior. All right, what we should do. This is way too many bodies to burn. We should head out of here. There's some water here if we need it. But yeah, you made short work of this guy. That's for sure. And... All right. We've earned our just desserts.
Well, I want to build a house like this.
Yeah, I think this is right at the, I think this is probably a little bit higher than our max building height, but I don't know by how much. And I don't even want to know what your frame rate is doing.
It is, wow. Down as low as 17, as high as the 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
Depends on which way I'm looking.
There's something in the ocean that really does not agree. Let's see if I look this way. Then I look this way. Oof, yeah.
Yeah, but that's only in game. It's not stealing it from the show.
Right.
No, it is actually. And my camera gets a little bit. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I've grabbed a recording of it on my side, so we're gonna go debug this. Something down there in that ocean. I don't know. This is something new. It just does not agree with our GPUs. So hopefully we'll get that fixed this week as well. So up here we've got our bank. So part of blending MMO and survival again is what we want to do is be a little bit more forgiving when players die. So this is a place that if you wanted to stash some of your stuff so that if you did die down the road, you could come back and not have to start over from scratch. So materials
Never mind
for building,
getting through the
tools.
boss to get to the bank.
there is another bank at the starting area. This is just like a nice reward. And then we've got our item weapon vendor here. Oof. That's crazy. I've never seen the performance actually this bad before. Let me try something.
I could try restarting again out here. See what happens, but
no, we'll just take a zip line and get out of here. But yeah, this is. I'm just grabbing some more log files from this area because this is going to be really good data to figure out what has changed in the last week that's going to cause this. Oh, and if you want a respite from the frame rate drop, you can see take a nice look at our beautiful turbines on the hills up there. Appreciate them.
I can appreciate them, right?
Right. There, showing your appreciation. So let's zip line out of here, get our frame rate back a little bit, and then take more questions from the community.
Wow, I have hairy legs.
Yeah, well, that's what we're talking about. That's what kept you alive. Yeah, so it's just wild because you're getting worse performance than I am, and I'm running OBS and everything on the one GPU. So
well, okay, so my screen is 1440p.
All right.
But I changed the game to 1080p. But you know, it's running full screen windowed, I think, which means it's not really running full screen.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know anyways, I'm really doing us a service here. I'm really interested to see what's in those files. And as we get closer to the ground, our FPS should start getting better. Something in this ocean. Oof.
And now my frame rate's back up in the 30s and 40s.
Yeah. I mean, for me, this ocean is hitting way harder than it should. Way harder than it's hit in recent days. So we're going to go find whatever is causing this over the weekend, and by next week, hopefully get it back up. So thank you. Thank you for helping debug a closed alpha game, an invite-only closed alpha game. So for anybody that doesn't know, we're playing Fractured Veil, which is a closed alpha game that is in Kickstarter right now to help us improve performance, but mainly kickstarting custom content. So we've built this world out over the last 5 years or so, and right now what we need a little help to fill it with all of the mutants, weapons, everything else. And if you want to know more about the game, I've spent way too much time filling that Kickstarter with just about everything I think anybody could want to know, and making pretty GIFs to go along with it. So it's probably the best source of information you can find. The link is in the chat.
Oh yeah, another dragon boarding the train.
As good
All
of a place
aboard.
for us to end it, but
Choo
the servers are up 24/7. I will give you a ping when the frame rate issue has been fixed, and you're free to come back in, build a house, do whatever it is that you like to do in these type of games.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I think that for myself, especially if we get a lot of players in here, this could be quite interesting.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to, we could certainly organize something over the next week or two and get 5 or 10 players in and see what kind of group events we could think of.
Well, I was thinking. I mean, what I was really thinking of is, like, you know, when when the game is launched or closer to launch, that it
Right.
that it has the potential to be a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
I like base building. I like. Is there any character development?
Yeah. So if you can hit tab. There's the talents tab, but
Okay.
it doesn't do anything right now because we don't have the
Okay.
UI implemented. But we're looking for a 3-tiered player progression system, and that would be traits. And I always screw this one up: abilities and skills. And I think I'm saying skills when I should say something else. But anyways, so in the main window, you can see on the left-hand side, you've got intelligence, endurance, agility, and strength. So as you go and do activities that cause you, you have to be in your inventory screen to see it. But as you do activities that cause you to develop more endurance, such as sprinting, your endurance levels will slowly rise. And as you do more things like crafting, your crafting skill will slowly rise. And as you level up your skills, you'll unlock points in that branch towards abilities in that branch. So if you level up your crafting skill 5 times, you might get a point to put in the crafting branch, and that might give you a bonus for slotted items, or it might give you the ability, say, like in a hunting branch, to track animals. So it's kind of similar to what New World's doing, but instead of us just giving you the tracking ability, we want to give you the choice of where you spend those points.
Right. Well,
We,
I put my money down already.
Oh boy, what do I owe you for that? Buying favors.
No, I
No, I
figured
appreciate that. I really
I
do.
figured that it was good enough to at least give it a chance. So, and it looks like funding's not doing too bad. 80% of the way there. 19 days to go.
Yeah, so I think we got to about 75% of our funding goal in the first week, and then we're slowly climbing our way up from there. So at this rate, we're hoping to hit 100% funded by the end of the second week, which will be around Tuesday. And then it's opening up stretch goals and doing this. I mean, this is our first Kickstarter, so I don't know if I'm doing this right, but we've got a list of stretch goals that hopefully will get people excited. But if they do or not, I don't know. But really appreciate. Thanks for backing the project. And anybody else can do that. There's a link in chat, and it'll get you, depending on which tier you back, it will unlock access to the game earlier than most people. So our goal, like we were saying before, is to get as many people in as quickly as we can. But because we have to scale up our own infrastructure to support those players, we can't just let everybody in at the same time.
Welcome to the Dragons.
But the keys will get you, at the very least, early access, and then full launch access. But then as we start letting in those waves of people, getting you in the alpha and beta test, because the more people we can have in the alpha and beta test, the better it is for us, because we're going to get more feedback. And in that line, you can always head over to discord.gg/fracturedveil, and we have channels where you can make suggestions and tell us kind of what you like, what you don't like in survival games. And we actually listen. We were doing a tally this morning, and we have implemented 515 suggestions or bug fixes in the last year and a half. And every time we do that, we shout out our community. We plaster the name all over Steam and our Discord server, and your name is kind of forever attached to that suggestion. So it's something that we're very proud of, and it's something that as a small team, we can't do this type of game without that kind of community support, because I'm a big Rust player. I love 7 Days to Die, but I haven't played 1,000 hours in Ark, but we have a ton of people in the community that have, or Conan, or all of these other survival games. And so it's kind of pooling the intelligence of the crowd together is the only way that we can really create the best survival game possible, as opposed to, I think, how it's done in a lot of big studios, which is, this ivory tower of game development, and we're going to give you this grand vision from on high. For us, it's more, we want to bring the community to the table and have everybody kind of pool their experience together. And that's what gets me so excited to play with people like yourself. I imagine you have thousands upon thousands of hours in so many games that I've never even played.
I have a few. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I think we're gonna. Oh, there is one. Jakey on YouTube is asking, "Will this game have big signal?" I don't know what that is.
Big signal. Keys to. Big signal. I know
Yeah.
there's
Does
a
that mean
messaging
like
app
good
called
marketing
Signal.
budget? A big signal out there to come attract players.
That kind of does sound like a bad Google Translate.
Oh, yeah.
Great marketing, big signal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if that is what Google Translate was trying to say, then no, we don't have a publisher. So we're self-funded up to this point, which means that we have all of the creative freedom that we want, as well as the ability to implement any community suggestions that we want without having to answer to any corporate overlords right now. But it also means that we really rely on word of mouth and like the very amazing and generous support from people like yourself to stream with and talk about the game with, and chat with our community. So no big signal, if that's what that means. And thanks Tanker for a troll. That Tanker guy's pretty nice. Maybe he's just a troll to you.
Oh, he's not achieved professional troll yet. He's really trying.
Okay.
So he's still nice sometimes.
Let's see. Let me see if I can put another arrow on the other side and give you a nice headdress. Okay, I apologize. That was a mistake. Bad mistake. And we're in a PvE zone now, so.
Oh,
that one kind of went in.
Oh,
I don't know.
That's chin.
Weird. Yeah, that's okay. It's like one of those African headdresses things.
Right.
Bones.
Right.
We have all sorts of decoration options in this game. Many creative ways that we can
maim you.
We can decorate our faces. Yeah, exactly. I'm blame the meds is what he says. Cool. So any other questions, feel free to head over to our Discord. Any information that you want, the Kickstarter link is in the chat. And actually, I gave you 2 extra keys. So if you wanted to give any keys out to your community now or later or whenever, I don't know how you handle that. You are more than welcome to, and excited to get more people in to tell us their grand ideas for a survival game like this.
All right. Okay. Well, sounds good. So !FV in Twitch, link in the description in YouTube. And I backed it. We'll have this on the show again in the future. And if the game turns out really good, we'll have it a lot in the future. And so thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I am forever in your debt, good sir, for saving me from the mutants and for the support. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to chatting with you soon. We have a lot. I'll let you know the next time I'm down there. We'll go see a rocket launch or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I went to Inspiration 4. It was amazing.
Oh my God. That's right. We haven't even talked about that yet.
Yeah.
Oh, that really was an emotional moment for me, as we're literally watching ourselves become a spacefaring civilization.
Yeah. I almost shed a tear. Not quite, but it was really good. Yeah.
Well, when you're going up in that rocket, you can save your tears for when you're going up.
All right. So take care. I will see you later, Ryan. Thank you.
Yes, you will. You too. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks, everybody.
All right. So that's going to be it for today. We were a little bit longer than normal. And they have some bugs to work out, like this frame rate thing and whatnot, but that's simple stuff. And it is pre-alpha. So I put down my money for an account. I didn't go extravagant or whatnot, but I got in on it, and then they're going to launch in about a year, and people get in before that. I probably wouldn't play a whole lot before it launches, unless it gets really, really good. I mean, it's not bad right now for going to Kickstarter right now. It's actually pretty good. So, and it looks like, you know, if you do the $1 an hour thing on entertainment funds and you put in $30 to get the minimum one, will you be able to get 30 hours out of this? Probably. So I think I will be able to. So, okay, tomorrow we've got more Crowfall and the big keep defense and everything. And so I will see you all then. Take care, everybody. And yeah, that's it. Have a nice Friday night.